Hey y'all, today I am so excited to show you this extraordinary luxury apartment in the heart of downtown Austin. This building is in one of the most convenient walkable places to live in the city, and in this video I'm going to show you this entire building, tour through two different units, and tell you more about this area, starting out here on the 2nd Street Market District, which is right there as soon as you leave the apartment building. And here you have so much to do around you, with a great mix of shopping, food places, coffee spots, and lots of different activities to do. And here is an actual look of what this area looks like. You have an Urban Outfitters nearby, lots of other shops, and for food you have a Flower Child, some barbecue, some Mexican, and the Fairground Food Hall, which has lots of local foods for you to try. You are about a 5 to 7 minute walk to the Trader Joe's in the Seaholm district, and you have a little over a 5-minute walk to get to the Ann and Roy Butler Hike and Bike Trail, which is one of my favorite running trails here in the Austin area. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started with the tour of the AMLI here on 2nd Street. And as soon as you walk in, you're greeted by the front concierge, and here they can assist you with anything from recommendations and reservations to transportation arrangements and move-in coordination. Here is another one of the common areas. You have a pretty good amount of seating, so if you are waiting on an Uber, you can come downstairs and wait for that. And then over here to your left, you have a little bit of a kitchen area. This space is also used for some community events. So if they have some treats for residents or anything like that, it would be right here in the refuel area. And there's also a coffee maker available to use for all of the residents. And then a little bit further along down this hallway, you have the work area where you can rent out this space for any meetings that you have, or if it's unoccupied, I'm sure you can just come down here to get some extra work done if you want to get out of your unit. Straight ahead down the hallway is going to be the leasing office. And over here to your right is going to be a work play station for residents as well. Make sure you keep watching to the end of the video because there are so many other amenities that I can't wait to show you, like the pool area, the fitness center, and some of the other club room areas. And then at the very end of the video, I'm going to show you one of the more unique features that I don't see a lot in other apartment buildings, which I really think sets this place apart from all of the other competition in the area. First, I want to start checking out some of these awesome units that are available here at the AMLI, and we're going to get started here on the 12th floor, unit 1211, which is a Joplin Plan, and it's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath unit on 874 square feet. And as soon as you come in, you have a great floor-to-ceiling window towards the very back of the unit, some beautiful polished concrete floors, an awesome kitchen, which we'll check out in more detail here in just a second. You have a good ceiling height in here and some great luxury features, which I will also point out later through this video. Now, as we're going through this unit, I also wanted to give a huge shout out and thank you to the AMLI team for allowing me to showcase their beautiful building and some of their units to all of you watching at home. My name is Marc Duncan, and I'm a realtor here in the Austin, Texas area that helps my clients get into their dream properties here in the city. So if you are looking for new properties in the Austin area, make sure to reach out, and I would be super happy to get you all settled up into your new home, whether that's an apartment like this, a condo, or a single family home here in the city of Austin or any of the surrounding cities. I would be super happy to get you all settled into your new home here in the area. Anyways, back here in the video, we just got into the kitchen, and as you can see in front of us, you have your stainless steel undermount sink, and also back in the kitchen, you had all stainless steel appliances, slow close cabinets, and those beautiful glass inserts on some of those upper cabinets, which I always think is a great feature to have. And then right in front of us, you're going to have your living area and some of your dining area as well. Both of these spaces are kind of combined into one area, so if you don't really have a dining room set and you want to have a bigger living room, that's something that this floor plan can really help you with. Something that I do want to point out about this specific unit, which I really love, is the fact that this one faces south and gives you a great view of Lady Bird Lake. And then once we get outside, we'll pan down so I can show you some of the lower level amenity areas, like we'll be able to see the pool deck from here, as well as the fitness center and the club room. And as we get out here, you can see that you have a pretty decent sized balcony that overlooks Lady Bird Lake, and you have a great view looking out for miles. And from here, since there's not a huge building immediately blocking your view, I think that this is one of the more premium units that you would see in an apartment in the Austin area. In the next unit that we're going to look at, that one faces north, and you'll see from that view there is a huge building that does block your view quite a bit. So that's also something to take into consideration when you're choosing a unit to move into, whether that's here in downtown Austin or really anywhere that you would be looking for an apartment. Always make sure that your apartment is facing a great location, and also if there is a nearby building, make sure you're double checking to see if that building is still under construction or if there is construction planned for the area coming soon. Because I can tell you for the other unit that we're going to be taking a look at, it's pretty completed in the area that we're in, but from that drone shot that we saw earlier, they are still doing quite a bit of construction on some of the higher floors, so that is something to take into consideration. But I think this side is a pretty safe bet, since right in front of you is going to be the amenity area, and I'm assuming they aren't going to be building a skyscraper on top of your pool. But anyways, here we are at the primary bedroom, and here you have another floor to ceiling window, a great amount of space that I definitely think you could fit a king size bed in here, but it would be super comfortable with a queen. You'd still be able to have a couple nightstands, possibly hang a TV or have an entertainment center for that. From up here, you still have a south facing view, which I also think is a great thing to have, since you won't be cooked alive during that west facing or that east facing sunrise and sunset. And finally, we're going to get into something that I really believe the AMLI does well compared to a lot of other apartment complexes in the area, and that's going to be the closet. They always have these huge closets, and in here you can definitely see that. You have lots of areas to hang up clothes, some great built-ins, and just some overall good space for this walk-in closet. I don't know why more apartments don't offer bigger closets. I don't know what developer would look at a floor plan and say, you know, I think we need a smaller closet. People hate closet space. No, people love big closets, and the AMLI does a great job on giving that to their residents, and you'll also see that in the 2-bedroom that we'll be checking out in just a bit. But over here down this hall, you have your laundry area with your full-sized front-load washer and dryer. I really love that they gave you the full-sized ones and not the small stacked units that can't quite fit all of your clothes. And in here, there's also a nice little built-in for you to leave your laundry detergent and all of your laundry room needs. And then back over here, you have your full bathroom, which has your shower tub combo over here in this beautiful color scheme. I'm just a huge fan of these dark tiles in contrast with these lighter floors and some of the lighter walls across this unit. You have some similar cabinets to what we saw over in the kitchen and some great built-in lighting on that mirror. It would be nice if this was a dual vanity, but since it's a single vanity, you do have some extra counter space, which I do think is a good addition to this bathroom. And that's pretty much all that we have to see here in this unit. And in just a bit, we're going to be going downstairs to go check out one of their 2-bedroom units. But as we're wrapping up in here, I want to know exactly what you thought of this unit. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think it was enough space, or do you think there needs to be more space in a 1-bedroom? I want to know all of your feedback down in the comments. And then right away, we're going to start heading downstairs to check out unit 1108, which is a Nelson plan with 2 beds, 2 baths, and 1,187 square feet. Now, while there's 5 different floor plans for a 1-bedroom unit, there's only one floor plan for a 2-bed, 2-bath, which is going to be this one that we're checking out now. And as we're walking around, you're going to see this huge spacious kitchen with some great under cabinet lighting. A lot of really great space in here with this unit being over 1,100 square feet. There's going to be a lot of similar features to the one unit that we saw before this, but again, with an additional bedroom, this is a bit more preferable for those individuals who are moving in with roommates, or if you need an extra room for maybe another office in your unit, this is probably going to be the floor plan for you. And as we're taking a look at this kitchen, keep in mind this is the same color scheme as the floor plan that we saw before this. Now there are different color schemes, so if this color isn't for you, there are going to be other ones for you to consider. Now here in the kitchen, you have pretty much all of the same appliances. They're all stainless steel. You have the undermount sink. What's nice about this one is you do have an extra wine cooler right there next to your refrigerator, which I believe is a pretty nice touch. And the pantry cabinets that they have over to the left of the stove are a bit bigger than the ones that we saw over in the 1-bedroom. Exiting the kitchen, you're now in your living/dining area. And in here you have a really good amount of space. It's a 13 by 21. So if you do have a large sectional, it could definitely fit in this area. And like the last unit, you have these floor to ceiling windows giving you so much natural light coming into this area. Now you do have more windows, but again, like I mentioned at the last unit, this one is going to face north, so you don't have that same view like we saw at the other unit where you saw the river. This one is looking at the Republic Tower, which is still under construction, but is scheduled for completion around early 2025. I believe that building should be a really interesting addition to the downtown Austin skyline. But anyways, we're getting outside, and again, you have a pretty decent sized outdoor patio here for this area. If you get a unit facing north, you are going to be right above 4th Street. So up here, you would be able to do a good amount of people watching. But again, you can probably tell from this video, I have a little preference towards the south side just because you can see the water and The view is just amazing there, and I can just imagine what it looks like during the sunset. With a north-facing unit, you probably can get a better price and still have a decent view from your unit. Coming back into the unit, something that you should also take note of are the different lighting features. And you have the track lighting here in your living space, and then next to that track lighting you also have some hidden recessed lights up here in the living room, which is a really nice touch here in this unit. Coming into this room, you have bedroom number 1, which is going to be a 13 by 12 foot space, so you can probably fit whatever kind of bed that you would prefer here in the space and still have a pretty good amount of room for whatever wardrobe or nightstand or entertainment center you would maybe put in this room. Now from here, your windows also look north into the patio area, but there is no patio door from this bedroom. But anyways, turning around, we have the bathroom and the closet to take a look at here in just a bit. We're gonna go ahead and get started here with the bathroom. And before we get started, I know I mentioned this before, but I am just a huge fan of this polished concrete. And this unit, it looks so beautiful, and I know it could go so well with so many different furniture schemes and design choices. But in here you have kind of the same story. You have these dark tiles on the walls and a shower tub combo, but here you also have a dual vanity, which is a nice touch, and it's still a really good sized vanity too. Also, as you could see in front of us, it's a really good sized bathtub as well. And then over here to our right, I was hyping up these closets, and in here, these do not disappoint. You have a good amount of walk-in closet space with some good built-ins and lots of areas for you to hang clothes up and also put shoes in some of these racks and other accessories. And it doesn't stop there. It's also going to be a trend in the other bedroom, which we'll check out in just a bit. But I also wanted to remind you to make sure you keep watching, because we're still going to go over some of these awesome amenities like the pool, the fitness area, some of the club rooms, and then we're also going to finish off on one of the more unique amenities that I don't see in a lot of other apartments that I think should be in almost every apartment, whether that's here in Texas or in any other state. But back here in the video, we just left the first bedroom, went through the kitchen and checked out the washer and dryer, and now we're going to be checking out the second bedroom. It's going to be slightly smaller than the one we just came from. It's almost a 13 by 12, but it's just a few inches short of that. Here you have a pretty similar layout, same floor to ceiling windows over on your right, high ceilings, and then we're going to be checking out the closet here in just a second. It might not be as huge as the first closet we just came from, but I still think it is a really great contender for best walk-in closet of the year, honestly, especially for apartment complexes. A lot of times you'll see that developers may take some space out of the closet or some other areas of the floor plan to get you some extra space into some of the more popular areas like the living room, possibly the primary bedroom. But here in this building, I'm really glad that they gave you these big closets. But anyways, after this bedroom, we're checking out this bathroom, which is going to be a single vanity. It's going to be detached from the first bedroom, since this is the one that may be used by guests. Now, while there are some really good built-ins here, there was one thing that stood out that I noticed wasn't here in this bathroom, and that was a linen closet. But here, they do have these built-in shelves over here to the left of the single vanity, which I think is a pretty good alternative to having a linen closet. It would have been nice to see, but to me, it's not the biggest deal breaker of the unit. But taking all of that into consideration, I want to know what you thought of this 2-bedroom unit. Now, there's only this one style of 2-bed, 2-bath, so let me know what you think of this one versus a 1-bedroom. Again, I know you get more space, but I'm curious to know what you think of this layout and this floor plan. But anyways, we're going to get started in checking out some of these awesome amenities. We're here on the amenity deck that's going to have your pool, your fitness center, and the resident lounge. But first, over here you have some outdoor areas where you can just come outside, soak in the sun, and then look up and enjoy some of Austin's skyline. They have lots of little areas for you to come and sit down and relax. And they also have further back some dining chairs and some grills, so if you want to throw a little pool party with some of your friends, you can definitely get that done here. They have some gas grills and some great prep stations for you to really get your grill on, and if you do, please invite me so I can eat all of your food for free, because I am your favorite realtor, of course. Now, something important to note on top of your rent price, there are going to be some additional fees when moving into the AMLI. And so of recording this, there will be a $50 per month resident service fee, and there is a $125 per month parking fee. And that's going to be in their gated garage, but it is open parking, so you can park wherever you want. But if you do want a reserved parking spot, that is going to be $250 per month instead. If you are bringing pets with you, that's going to be $25 per month in pet rent and a $400 pet deposit. And then getting into this building, unless there's some sort of deal going on, there's going to be a $100 application fee, a $300 admin fee, and a $1,000 deposit on the apartment. Although there are some additional fees in getting into the apartment building, there are some really great resident benefits that you will get to take advantage of by moving into one of the AMLI buildings. And one of them is going to be your renter's insurance. You're going to need renter's insurance to rent pretty much any apartment that you move into, but the AMLI is partnered with Homebody Insurance to give you a preferred quote through their insurance company. And if you are looking to get a moving truck, the AMLI is also able to offer you a 10% discount on using a Penske truck. And then as far as some local deals that you get to take advantage of, there are some really exclusive discounts that you get for this specific building, such as the Fleming's Steakhouse over here on 2nd Street, the Orange Theory Fitness, La Condesa, Blue Dot, Barchi Sushi, and so many other places that you'll get to take advantage of with that AMLI discount. If you would like a full list of all of the different amenities, price breakdowns, and different units that are available here at the AMLI or any other apartment here in the downtown Austin area, make sure to reach out and I would be happy to set you up with all of that additional information, especially if it could help you in any way with your move here to Austin. And back here in the video, we have reached the pool deck, which is quite beautiful. There are tons of places to sit down, and there's a lot of shade areas, sun basking areas, and spots to come out and relax. And then right away, we're gonna go from the pool deck to the fitness area, which is just around the corner. And here you have a really good sized gym. You're getting tons of natural light in here, and it overlooks the pool. And then over towards the windows on your right, it's gonna look south towards the river, which is also a nice touch. The ambiance in here is great. Tons of great color, and you have a really great mix of free weights, machines, and some great cardio equipment. Now again, since we are so close to the Ann and Roy Butler hike and bike trail, I would probably do all of my cardio work there, just go on runs nearby, but this is also a great alternative just in case it's too cold or if it's too hot for your taste. And then after this area, we're going to be going into the club room, which is this really beautiful, welcoming space. There is a resident kitchen area, and I believe they also have resident events in here as well. There's lots of little areas to come in and sit down if you want to get some work done in here too, and it's empty. And the design in here is just great. Looking up, they have these really beautiful, unique lighting fixtures, which I really wish I knew the name of, but they're just really interesting to look at. Last but not least, we are at the last amenity here, and that's going to be the makerspace. And this is the really unique spot that I was telling you about earlier in the video. Now, this is a spot that you're able to really flex your creative muscle. So if you are a handy person, they have some tools here available to you. They also have lockers available as well for you to leave your tools in case you don't want to bring them up to your unit. They have drawing boards, painting easels, gardening equipment, and just some other tools that you may find in your toolbox, and some other arts and crafts items. Now, this is something I definitely don't see in a lot of other apartments. They do have this in the AMLI, and I do have another video of an AMLI property in the Mueller neighborhood, so if you are interested in checking that video out, I have that at the top right of the screen right now. That's also a really great building to consider that's in a walkable area near downtown and has a lot of really great features as well. Here in the video, we have some tools right in front of us that I was talking about. And with that, we are pretty much at the end of the tour, and I want to know what you think of the AMLI on 2nd Street. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you wish you could see more units? Or do you have any questions on the pricing? I want to know all of that down in the comments. And if you're interested in leasing here at the AMLI or any of the other amazing apartments in the downtown Austin area, make sure to reach out. I would be super happy to get you all moved into your new home here in the Austin, Texas area. My number is here on the screen right now. I hope this video helped you in some way. Take care.